Hello guys, welcome to another video. So in today's tutorial, we're going to introduce the latest updates from the RSI agent. So there's a prototype that's been built, which is called PrimeAgent. So this agent is claimed to be a self-improving agent. And we can see there's a lot of people started. There's almost 10K stars. And this is probably the first RLM agent that is built for coding workflows and long-running autonomous tasks. So from their README, so it says why it is a RLM agent, why it is continual harness. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use it and how to install it. So that being said, let's get started. So if you look at the README, so basically they explain exactly what the PrimeAgent is. So the PrimeAgent, it is an open source coding and research agent for general and long-running work. So there's 2 points of this. So one is for recursive language model. So it is a RLM-based agent and treats context as variables. So it is pretty cool. So it's actually prompt as a variable, and it is recursive sub-agent as a function calls. So we'll show you guys how to run sub-agents. It's very smooth, and it's probably the best way to run sub-agents for all different coding agents. So the second point of the PrimeAgent is that it is continual harness. So that's why it's actually self-improving. So it stores supplemental prompts, memories, skill description, and reusable sub-agent specifications as durable state. So basically the states is gonna continue to improve and update. So that's why PrimeAgent can refine through small evidence-backed updates. So there's a command line you can run to actually refine it. So actually the command is called refine. They talked about it in the later section of the README. So talk about the refine. So we'll show you guys how the refine works. And that being said, let's jump into the installation. So if you want to install this, it's actually very simple. So there's a get started section. It's just one command line. So we'll install all the dependencies. Just click yes. There's another way to install it, which is to clone the GitHub repo and also manually install different things. We're going to show you guys that later in this video. But so this is probably the easiest way to do it. If you do not have a Node.js or other dependencies installed, but you do have, maybe you can run this manual install, which is maybe cleaner. So once you'll be able to install it, you can run these different commands. So the agents are sessions. So it's a little bit different than the other coding agents. So if you run PrimeAgent agents, that's actually showing you the sessions. So which is actually a pretty cool idea. And so those are the most commonly used command line. So if you look at the actual command, there's actually a lot of commands. So those are the basic ones that probably you're going to use more often. So if you look at the actual PrimeAgent, so we have already set that up. So you can actually go to the PrimeAgent. So you can see it's a very clean interface, and we're gonna use a customized model for Minimax M3. So you can use any models that is OpenAI compatible. So we're gonna just use Minimax M3, which is more economic for the demo purpose. And so one should be able to set up a session for the PrimeAgent. You can actually check out the sessions in the PrimeAgent agents command line. So you can see there's a different interface if you run this command line. So it's not called PrimeAgent sessions, but it's PrimeAgent agents. And you can see there's different idle agents. Those are actually sessions. And there's a running agent section, but there's no agent because we have not run anything yet. There's also inactive. So there's basically no messages there. So those are inactive sessions, or it's going to be called inactive agents. So if you go back to the PrimeAgent section, you can actually just start a new session, say hi. You can see that the response is very fast. So we're going to just ask the PrimeAgent, what it can do, and also kind of let it to actually run parallel tasks. So you can see how this works. So the parallel subagents are running very smoothly, probably the most smooth across all the coding agents. You'll see that in a little bit, but you can actually see there's a new session coming up, right? So you can see there was 2 sessions and now there are 3. So, and let's just ask it what it can do, what you can do. So it's very clear to show what it can do, right? So there's sub-agent delegation. There are different special skills loaded. There's common use cases, and there's a lot of other things that the PrimeAgent can do. So we're going to choose the sub-agent delegation, or you can see how to actually run sub-agents for parallel tasks. So let's just give an example. Can you demo how to run parallel sub-agents? So let's hit enter. You can see that it's gonna show you that how to run sub-agents in parallel. So it's very cool. So it spin up 3 sub-agents. So it's gonna run in parallel, and it's for independent research tasks. It's a project, and you can also actually set a goal. So it also supports the goal like codecs, but you can also just ask it to run 3 sub-agents altogether, do 1 task. So, and you can see that basically listing all the different progress, what is actually doing, right? So let's go back to the session here, right? Sessions or the agents interface. You can see there's 1 sub-agent run. So if you actually have multiple tasks, it will show multiple tasks around. It's very cool. And you can see there's 1 sub-agent. Probably there are more sub-agents coming up. If you actually run just click on it, it should be able to show you the details, but it's gonna jump to the other session. So you can see that it's executing, and there's PrimeAgent automatically compacts long sessions before context fills up. So there's automated compact process, which is very nice. So usually you can just do a /compact to compact the session contacts, but you can actually see that this is actually compact everything automatically. Or you can also do a refine, as I talked about earlier in the README. So you can also refine the contacts. So we'll have a better start in the next turn or next sessions. So let's just wait for the parallel tasks to complete so you can see the actual results. So you can see that everything actually is communicate like a collaboration process. So it is not like one research agent or one agent is doing the work, but it's actually talking back and forth. You can see there's different agents are reporting back the results, right? And it says database researcher reported back, right? So everything is very automated. You can see that they also documented, replied back everything that it has been done. So you can see there's also the kind of result. So do you give each child a unique name, things to remember? There's a cleanup session. So you can see that one, we just set this pattern up as a usable skill. So once everything is done, they can also do a usable skill, so automatically to build it. It's very nice. So you can see that everything is completed. Let's see if there's, so you can see that it becomes idle because it's all completed. So the state becomes idle. Very decent, and there's really clean process to document how all these 3 agents are doing. You can see that all 3 agents are finished and completed and reported back. So it's cleaning up and summarize the demo. So, and let's scroll up a little bit. Also, you can see the thinking process and also the task, right? So the task is actually the demo. So the demo is three parallel subagents doing implemented research, then show you how to track them. So it is a task. It's kind of random, right? So it's actually doing, let me think about the demos for 3 subagents in parallel, how to list them, how that they return handles immediately. And for clean demo, they do a small research and writing task, write its output to a file in its session directory, send a complete message back to the parent. So yeah, so it's actually very simple task, but you can see that how the sub agents works in parallel. It's a very clean process. So it's very nice to see that how a task is breaking down to different subagents, and subagents can be working on different subtasks and return back to the results and also do the summarization. It's a very cool process. So if you want to actually refine it and to get a better head start in the next turn or next turn, you can actually just do a slash, do a refine. Right? So it actually will refine this previous context to prepare for the next turn for this session. So you can see that there's refinement for continual hardness state. There are 2 edits applied. So basically, when you start the next turn, it's going to have a better head start. So that's how the refine works. So lastly, I want to show you guys how to actually add a customized model. So right now you can see that we're going to use the Ollama Minimax M3. And you can choose any other OpenAI compatible models. So to do that, you just have to add a models file inside the PrimeAgent directory. So this will allow the PrimeAgent to read the customized models as different providers. For example, if you have a putter as a provider, you can do that. But I think that Ollama works better. So you can just say Ollama base URL and also get the API key, and it should be ready to go, and also add the models. For example, this is a Minimax M3. So that should be it. So this is how you add a customized model to PrimeAgent. And that's it. So hopefully this is helpful. And if you do like this video, please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one.